Welcome to my channel, Bookish English. Let me ask you honestly, how many times have you opened your phone for just 1 minute, and then suddenly, 30 minutes disappeared? You wanted to watch one video. You wanted to check one comment. You wanted to see one notification. But your finger kept scrolling. Your eyes kept watching. And your time quietly slipped away. Now think about your English. You watch English videos. You listen to lessons. You save useful videos. But when it is time to speak, you still feel stuck. You understand the words, but you cannot use them quickly. Today, I will show you how to turn your phone into your English classroom. You will learn how social media takes your attention, why watching alone is not enough, and how to use YouTube for real speaking practice. Stay with me until the end, because I will give you a simple method that can turn your daily scrolling into daily English improvement. Before we begin, subscribe to Bookish English, because your English can change when your habits change. Lesson 1. Speak about your work. Have you ever felt nervous when someone asked you, "What do you do?" You know the answer in your own language. You know your job. You know your daily life. You know your responsibilities. But when you try to say it in English, suddenly your mind becomes empty. You say one small sentence, like, "I am a student," or "I am a teacher," or "I work in an office," and then you stop. You want to say more, but the words do not come. This is not because your English is bad. This is because nobody has taught you how to build a full answer, step by step. Today, we are going to fix that. Today, you will learn how to speak about your work in a simple, natural, and confident way. When someone asks, "What do you do?" many learners think they must give a perfect answer. But no, a good answer does not need to be difficult. A good answer needs to be clear. The first step is very simple. Say your job or your situation. For example, I work as a teacher. I work as a nurse. I work in a shop. I study at college. I am learning English at home. This is the simple answer. It is correct. It is useful. But if you stop there, the conversation may also stop there. So we need to make the answer a little stronger. The second step is to explain what your work is mainly about. This is where your answer becomes more natural. You can say, "I work as a teacher, and my work is mainly about helping students understand English." You can say, "I work in a shop, and my work is mainly about helping customers and arranging products." You can say, "I am a student, and my study is mainly about business, computers, science, or English." Now your answer has life. You are not only giving a title, you are explaining what you actually do. The third step is to say who you help, or what skill you use. This makes your English sound more fluent. For example, I help beginners improve their speaking. I help customers find what they need. I use communication skills every day. I solve small problems at work. I manage different tasks during the day. These sentences are simple, but they sound very professional, and this is an important secret. Fluent English is not always difficult English. Fluent English is often simple English, used in a clear and organized way. Now let us make the answer even more natural. When people speak in real life, They do not only give information, they also give feelings. So you can add one sentence about how you feel about your work. You can say, I enjoy my work because I meet different people. You can say, I like my job because I learn something new every day. You can say, sometimes it is challenging, but it helps me grow. This is powerful because real communication is not only about facts. It is also about emotion, experience, and personality. Now let us move to a more advanced answer. You can use the phrase, I specialize in. This means you are especially good at one area. For example, I specialize in teaching beginners. I specialize in customer service. I specialize in online work. You can also say, most of my experience is in. For example, most of my experience is in teaching adults. Most of my experience is in sales. Most of my experience is in helping people solve problems. These phrases make you sound more mature and confident. Another powerful phrase is, recently my focus has shifted to. This is useful when your work is changing. You can say, recently my focus has shifted to improving my English. Recently my focus has shifted to online learning. Recently my focus has shifted to building better communication skills. This phrase is excellent because it shows growth. It shows that you are not standing still. You are moving. You are improving. You are becoming better. And now I want to teach you one of the most beautiful speaking phrases. What keeps me going is. This means the thing that gives you energy to continue. You can say, what keeps me going is my dream. What keeps me going is my family. What keeps me going is the feeling that I am improving. What keeps me going is seeing my students become confident. This phrase is emotional. It is deep. It helps you speak not only about your job, but about your reason, your purpose, and your heart. Now repeat after me. I work as a good. Now say, my work is mainly about excellent. Now say, I enjoy it because very good. Now say, sometimes it is challenging, but it helps me grow. Beautiful. Now say, what keeps me going is. This is how you build confidence. You do not wait until you are perfect. You speak with small sentences. Then you connect them. Then your answer becomes stronger. So the next time someone asks you, what do you do? Do not panic. Start simple. Then add detail. Then add feeling. Then add purpose. You can say, I work as a teacher. My work is mainly about helping beginners speak English with more confidence. I enjoy it because I can see people growing. Sometimes it is challenging, but it gives me energy. What keeps me going is the belief that simple English can change someone's life. This is not robotic English. This is real English. This is human English. And you can speak like this too, one sentence at a time. Lesson 2. Dreams, Jobs, and Purpose. When you were a child, what did you want to become? Maybe you wanted to become a doctor. Maybe you wanted to become a pilot. Maybe you wanted to become a teacher, an actor, a singer, a police officer, a businessman, or a famous person. And maybe today, your dream is completely different. This is normal. This is human. Dreams change because we change. When we are children, we dream with imagination. When we grow older, we dream with experience. But here is the problem for many English learners. They have dreams. They have memories. They have stories. But when someone asks them in English, "What was your dream job when you were younger?" they only say one small sentence. They say, "I wanted to be a doctor." And then they stop. Today, we will learn how to answer this question with confidence, emotion, and real English. The first answer is very simple. You can say, "When I was younger, I wanted to be a pilot." Or you can say, "When I was a child, I wanted to become a teacher." This is correct. This is clear. But it is only the beginning. A strong answer does not stop at the job title. A strong answer tells the listener why that dream was important to you. For example, when I was younger, I wanted to be a pilot because I loved the idea of flying and seeing the world. Now the answer becomes alive. You are not only naming a job, you are showing a feeling. Dreams often have a deeper reason. A child who wants to be a pilot may not only love airplanes, maybe he loves freedom. A child who wants to be a doctor may not only love hospitals, maybe she wants to help people and save lives. A child who wants to be a teacher may not only love books, maybe he enjoys explaining things and seeing other people understand. This is a powerful speaking secret. When you talk about your dream job, do not only talk about the job, talk about the reason behind the job. The reason makes your English deeper and more natural. Now let us talk about changing dreams. Many people feel shy when their dream changes. They think, "I wanted one thing before, but now I want something else. Maybe I am confused." No, you are not confused. You are growing. You can say, "At first, I wanted to become a doctor. Later, I became interested in teaching. Eventually, I realized that I enjoy helping people learn." This is a beautiful answer because it shows a journey. It shows your past, your change, and your discovery. Real spoken English often sounds powerful when it tells a small journey. Another useful phrase is, "I became interested in." You can say, "I became interested in computers." "I became interested in business." "I became interested in English." "I became interested in helping beginners speak." This phrase is very useful because interest is often the bridge between a dream and a skill. At first, something attracts you. Then you give it time. Then you practice it. Then it becomes part of your life. That is how many people find their career path. You can also say, "I discovered the joy of." This phrase is emotional and natural. For example, "I discovered the joy of teaching." "I discovered the joy of writing." "I discovered the joy of solving problems." "I discovered the joy of speaking English." This phrase means that something became enjoyable for you in a deep way. It was not just work. It gave you energy. It gave you meaning. It made you feel alive. Now let us connect dreams with skills. A dream without skill is only imagination, but a dream with skill becomes direction. If you love helping people, you can build communication skills. If you love solving problems, you can build thinking skills. If you love English, you can build speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills. Your dream becomes stronger when you practice something every day. This is why English learning is also a dream journey. You may dream of speaking fluently, but fluency comes when you connect that dream with daily practice. Now repeat after me. When I was younger, I wanted to be very good. Now say, at first, I wanted to. Excellent. Now say, later, I became interested in. Beautiful. Now say, eventually, I realized that. Very good. Now say, what keeps me going is my purpose. This is how you build your speaking power. You do not memorize a full speech. You learn small sentence patterns, and then you connect them with your real life. So if someone asks you, what was your dream job when you were younger? You can now answer with confidence. You can say, when I was younger, I wanted to be a pilot because I loved the idea of freedom and seeing the world. Later, my interests changed. I became more interested in teaching and communication. Eventually, I realized that I enjoy helping people grow. Now I believe my real purpose is to use my skills to make life better for myself and for others. This is not just an English answer. This is your story. And when you learn to tell your story in English, your confidence begins to grow. Lesson 3. Money, pressure, and job satisfaction. Let me ask you something real. Do you think every person works in a job they love? Do you think every person wakes up in the morning with a big smile and says, I am so excited to go to work today? Of course not. Real life is not always like that. Many people work because they have responsibilities. They have bills to pay. They have family to support. They have children to educate. They have food to buy. They have rent to pay. They may not love every part of their job, but they still continue because life needs effort. And this is something you must learn to talk about in English, because real English is not only about saying, my job is good. Real English is about explaining life honestly. One very useful phrase is put food on the table. This does not only mean placing food on a table. It means earning enough money to take care of yourself and your family. For example, you can say, many people take jobs they do not love because they need to put food on the table. This sentence is powerful because it explains a real human reason. Sometimes people choose a job not because it is their dream, but because it gives them income, safety, and stability. This is called financial necessity. It means you do something because your financial life requires it. Now, when someone asks, do you like your job? Do not think you must answer only yes or no. A natural answer is often balanced. You can say, I enjoy some parts of my job, but some parts are difficult. You can say, my job is not perfect, but it teaches me patience. You can say, sometimes it is stressful, but I am learning a lot from it. These answers sound mature. They sound real. They show that you can think deeply in English. Every job has unpleasant tasks. A teacher may love teaching, but dislike writing report. A business person may love growing a business, but dislike long meetings. A student may love learning, but dislike exams. An office worker may enjoy teamwork, but dislike repeated emails. This is normal. A good job does not mean every task is enjoyable. It means there is enough meaning, growth, or challenge to keep you moving forward. Another important word is mundane. Mundane means ordinary, repeated, and sometimes boring. Washing dishes is mundane. Filling forms is mundane. Sending the same type of email every day can be mundane. But here is the secret. You can make mundane work more interesting by turning it into a small challenge. And can I do it better today? Can I do it faster? Can I do it with more patience? Can I learn one new word while doing it? This small change in thinking can make a boring task feel more meaningful. Think of work like a video game. In a video game, you do not stop because the first level is simple. You try to improve your score. You try to become better. Work can be the same. Today, you try to speak more clearly. Tomorrow, you try to manage your time better. Next week, you try to handle pressure with a calmer mind. Slowly, you become stronger. You become more professional. You become more confident. This is called growth. And growth often happens inside ordinary days, not only inside exciting moments. Different people also enjoy different kinds of challenges. Some people love analytical work. They enjoy solving problems, working with numbers, planning systems, or finding better methods. Other people love the human side of work. They enjoy talking to customers, helping students, supporting patients, managing teams, or solving people's problems. Both types of work are valuable. One person may feel alive when solving a technical problem. Another person may feel alive when helping someone smile again. This is the human dimension of work. Work is not only about money. It is also about skill, service, patience, communication, and personal growth. Now repeat after me. Many people work because they need to put food on the table. Good. Now say, I enjoy some parts of my job, but some parts are difficult. Excellent. Now say, my job is challenging, but it helps me grow. Very good. Now say, I try to make mundane tasks more interesting. Beautiful. Now say, every day, I try to improve my score. This is how you speak with confidence. You do not need big words every time. You need clear ideas, real feelings, and useful sentence patterns. And remember this: English learning is also work. Some days, it feels exciting. Some days, it feels boring. Some days, you feel confident. Some days, you feel tired. But if you continue, you grow. If you practice one sentence today, one answer tomorrow, and one small conversation next week, your English will not stay the same. So do not hate the slow days. Do not run away from the mundane practice. Use it. Challenge yourself. Improve your score. Because the learner who keeps going becomes the speaker who finally speaks with power. Lesson 4. Escape the rat race. Have you ever felt that life is moving, but you are not really living? You wake up, you get ready, you go to work, you come back tired, you eat, you sleep, and then the next day, the same cycle starts again. Many people live like this for years. They are not lazy. They are not weak. They are responsible. They are trying to survive. They are trying to support their family. They are trying to pay bills, buy food, pay rent, and build a better future. But deep inside, many of them ask one quiet question: is this all my life is going to be? Today, we will learn how to talk about this feeling in English. One powerful phrase for this modern life is the rat race. The rat race means a stressful lifestyle where people keep competing for money, success, promotions, status, and survival. In the rat race, people are always running, but they often feel they are not truly free. They earn money, but expenses come quickly. They get one thing, but then they need another thing. They work harder, but peace still feels far away. You can say, many people want to escape the rat race because they feel tired of living only for work. Another useful phrase is make ends meet. This means to earn just enough money to pay for basic needs. For example, some people work long hours just to make ends meet. This is a very real sentence. It talks about people who are not working for luxury. They are working for food, rent, school fees, medicine, transport, and family needs. When you use this phrase, your English becomes more natural because you are not only talking about money, the soefun. You are talking about real life. Now let us learn another strong expression: slave away. This means to work very hard, often for little reward. For example, he does not want to slave away in an office for the rest of his life. This phrase carries emotion. It shows tiredness. It shows pressure. It shows the feeling of giving your time and energy, but not getting enough freedom, peace, or satisfaction in return. Many people understand this feeling, even if they cannot explain it. Now you can explain it in English. But let us be honest. Money is important. A paycheck is important. People need money to live. We should never shame people for working only because they need money. Sometimes, life gives people responsibility before it gives them passion. A father may work because his children need food. A mother may continue a difficult job because her family depends on her. A young person may take any job because they need experience. This is real life. But if a person works only for money for many years, without meaning, without growth, without hope, it becomes hard to stay motivated. That is why many people dream of early retirement. Early retirement means stopping regular work earlier than the normal age, maybe at 40, 50, or whenever someone becomes financially free. Some people want early retirement because they want to travel. Some want to spend more time with family. Some want to take care of their health. Some want to sleep peacefully without pressure. Some want to start a small business, write a book, learn a language, or live close to nature. You can say, many people dream of retiring early because they want more control over their time. This connects with another beautiful phrase: bucket list. A bucket list is a list of things you want to do in your life. It can be big or small. You may want to visit another country. You may want to learn fluent English. You may want to help your parents. You may want to start a YouTube channel. You may want to write your own story. You may want to speak confidently in front of people. When someone says, "I want to check this off my bucket list," it means they want to complete one meaningful dream. But there is another side too. If a person finds their true calling, they may not want to retire completely. Your true calling is the work you feel deeply connected to. It is the work that feels like part of your identity. A teacher who loves teaching may not want to stop teaching forever. A writer who loves writing may keep writing even when they are old. A doctor who loves helping people may continue serving in some way. When your work connects with purpose, it does not feel like only a job. It feels like a mission. The future of work may also change. Technology and automation may remove many routine tasks. Machines may do more boring work. People may work fewer hours. But humans will still need creativity, communication, kindness, decision-making, and purpose. So the question is not only, will machines replace work? The real question is, what kind of human skills will become more valuable? English can be one of those skills. Communication can open doors. Speaking confidently can create opportunities. Now repeat after me. I do not want to live my whole life in the rat race. Good. Now say, many people work hard just to make ends meet. Excellent. Now say, I want to build a life with more freedom. Very good. Now say, one thing on my bucket list is. Beautiful. Now say, my true calling may be. This is how you speak about deep life topics in English. You start with one phrase. Then you add your real feeling. Remember, you may not escape every pressure today. You may still have work. You may still have bills. You may still have responsibilities. But every new English sentence gives you a little more power. Every day you practice, you are not only learning a language, you are building a new voice. And one day, that voice may help you find better work, better confidence, better connections, and maybe even a better life. Lesson 5. Luck, Effort, and Opportunity. Do you believe in luck? This sounds like a simple question, but actually it is very deep. Some people say, yes, luck is real. Some people say, no, only hard work matters. And some people believe both. Maybe you also feel this in your English journey. Sometimes you see another person speaking English confidently, and you think, maybe he is lucky. Maybe she had a better school. Maybe they had better teachers. Maybe they were born with confidence. But today, I want you to look at luck in a new way. Because luck may open a door, but preparation gives you the strength to walk through that door. First, what is luck? Many people use the word luck when something unexpected happens. Sometimes it means avoiding something bad. Imagine a person has a serious accident, but they survive. People may say, he got lucky. Imagine a student thinks he will fail an exam, but when the result comes, he passes. He may say, I was lucky. Imagine you leave home late, but still catch the bus at the last second. You may smile and say, I got lucky today. In these situations, luck means you escaped something negative. You avoided danger, failure, loss, or difficulty. But luck can also mean receiving something good. Maybe someone starts a small business, and suddenly the business grows very fast. People may say, that business really took off. The phrase take off means to become successful quickly. Maybe someone gets a job opportunity at the perfect time. Maybe someone meets the right person who changes their life. Maybe someone wins a prize, receives help, or gets a chance they never expected. In these moments, people say, I am lucky. So luck can mean two things. It can mean you avoided something bad, or it can mean you received something good. Another useful word is improbable. Improbable means something is possible, but not very likely. For example, winning a lottery is improbable. Becoming rich overnight is improbable. Surviving a dangerous situation can also feel improbable. When something improbable happens, people often search for an explanation. They ask, how did this happen? And when they cannot explain it easily, they call it luck. Now let us learn a beautiful phrase, beyond your wildest dreams. This means something becomes more successful, more beautiful, or more amazing than you ever imagined. For example, his small idea became a business beyond his wildest dreams. Or, her English improved beyond her wildest dreams. This phrase is powerful because it carries emotion. It shows surprise. It shows growth. It shows that life sometimes gives more than we expected. Some people believe luck comes from special things. These things are called lucky charms. A lucky charm can be a coin, a stone, a bracelet, a ring, a shirt, a number, or any object that someone believes brings good luck. This belief is called superstition. Superstition means believing that certain actions or objects can bring good luck or bad luck, even when there is no clear proof. We should not laugh at people who believe these things. For some people, lucky charms give comfort. They make them feel safe. They make them feel hopeful. But we should also understand that a lucky charm alone cannot build a skill. A lucky coin cannot speak English for you. A lucky shirt cannot practice for you. A lucky number cannot build your confidence. This is where the most powerful idea comes in. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Think about this deeply. Opportunity may come suddenly. Someone may ask you to speak English. Someone may offer you a better job. Someone may invite you to an interview. Someone may ask you to introduce yourself. That moment may feel like luck. But if you are not prepared, the opportunity may pass you by. If you have practiced, even a little, you can use that moment. That is why preparation matters so much. Let us be honest. Some things are pure chance. If you buy a lottery ticket, preparation does not help much. If a machine randomly chooses a number, that is chance. But life is not only a lottery. English is not a lottery. Confidence is not a lottery. Speaking is not a slot machine. You do not become fluent because the universe suddenly chooses you. You become fluent because you listen, repeat, speak, make mistakes, try again, and slowly build your speaking muscles. Another useful phrase is make the most of. It means to use something in the best possible way. For example, I want to make the most of this opportunity. I want to make the most of my free time. I want to make the most of this English lesson. This phrase is very important for your life. Maybe you do not have perfect conditions. Maybe you do not have a speaking partner. Maybe you do not have many hours, but you can still make the most of what you have. 5 minutes of real speaking practice is better than 1 hour of only wishing. Now repeat after me. I got lucky. Good. Now say, I want to make the most of this opportunity. Excellent. Now say, preparation is more powerful than waiting. Very good. Now say, when opportunity comes, I want to be ready. Beautiful. Now say, my English can improve beyond my wildest dreams. Say it with belief, because your words shape your confidence. So do not wait for lucky English. Do not wait for a magical day when fear disappears. Do not wait for perfect grammar before you speak. Prepare today. Speak one sentence today. Repeat one useful phrase today. Listen carefully today, because one day someone will ask you a question in English, and that moment will be your opportunity. And when that opportunity comes, you will not say, I wish I had practiced. You will smile and say, I am ready. Lesson 6. Rituals, Confidence, and Performance. Have you ever watched a great athlete, a great singer, or a great speaker and thought, they are so confident? They were probably born like this? Maybe you feel the same when you watch someone speaking English fluently. You think, this person is lucky. This person has natural talent. I can never speak like that. But today, I want you to understand something very important. Confidence is not always natural. Confidence is often trained. Confidence is built before the performance, not only during the performance. The person who looks calm in front of people may have practiced many times alone. In sports, we can see this very clearly. Some athletes are gifted, or Tieferman. The word gifted means naturally talented. A gifted runner may run faster than others. A gifted football player may control the ball beautifully. A gifted speaker may sound natural in front of people. But talent alone is not enough. If a talented person does not practice, another person with discipline can move ahead. Talent gives you a starting point. Practice gives you power. Preparation gives you consistency. This is true in sport, in work, in study, and in English speaking. Many athletes prepare before a match with special routines. Some wear the same socks, some listen to the same song, some eat the same food, some touch the ground before entering the field. My duda falls die. Some take a deep breath in a special way. These actions are called rituals. A ritual is something you do again and again before an important moment. To another person, it may look small, but to the performer, it creates a feeling of readiness. Why do these rituals begin? Often, they begin by accident. Imagine an athlete listens to one song before a match. Then he plays very well. His mind connects the song with success. The next time, he listens to the same song again. If he performs well again, the connection becomes stronger. Slowly, the song becomes part of his preparation. He starts to feel, if I listen to this song, I will be ready. This is how a simple habit becomes a ritual. Now, are rituals useless? Not always. Some rituals may be superstitious. They may not directly change the result of the game. A pair of socks cannot score a goal. A song cannot win a race. A lucky shirt cannot create skill. But a ritual can still help the mind. It can calm your nerves. It can make you feel that you are on familiar territory. It can remind your brain, I have done this before. I know this moment. I am ready. And when your brain feels familiar, fear becomes smaller. This is called the right frame of mind. Your frame of mind means your mental state, your mood, or your way of thinking at a particular moment. If you are in the wrong frame of mind, even simple things feel difficult. You may know the answer, but fear blocks your voice. You may know the words, but nervousness makes you forget them. But if you are in the right frame of mind, your body feels calmer. Your voice becomes stronger. Your ideas come more easily. Now let us connect this with English learning. Many learners do not have a speaking ritual. They suddenly try to speak English and then feel shocked when their mind becomes blank. But think about an athlete. An athlete does not enter the field without warming up. A singer does not sing on stage without preparing the voice. A speaker does not give a speech without reviewing the message. So why should you expect yourself to speak English confidently without warming up your English brain? You need an English-speaking ritual. It can be very simple. First, listen to one short English sentence. Second, repeat it 3 times. Third, say it slowly with feeling. Fourth, change one word and make your own sentence. Fifth, speak to yourself in the mirror for 1 minute. This small ritual can prepare your brain for English. It tells your mind, now we are entering English mode. And when you do this every day, your fear becomes weaker. Here is a simple example. Before speaking English, take one deep breath and say, I do not need perfect English, sir, I need clear English. Then repeat 3 useful sentences. I can explain my idea slowly. I can make mistakes and continue. I can speak 1 sentence at a time. This is not magic. This is mental preparation. It gives you a boost of confidence. You can also create a daily performance ritual. Every morning, choose 1 question and answer it in English. For example, what will I do today? How do I feel today? What am I learning? At night, record your voice for 30 seconds. Do not judge yourself harshly. Just listen and notice one thing you can improve. This is how you train like an athlete. You practice before the real moment comes. Now repeat after me. Confidence is built through preparation. Good. Now say, my English ritual helps me feel ready. Excellent. Now say, I can calm my nerves before I speak. Very good. Now say, I want to perform to the best of my ability. Beautiful. Now say, I have done this before and I can do it again. Say it slowly. Say it with belief. Your brain needs to hear your own confidence. Remember, you do not need to be born confident. You can train confidence. You do not need to speak perfectly on the first try. You can warm up your English voice. You can build a small ritual. You can prepare your mind. And one day, when someone asks you a question in English, You will not feel completely lost. Your brain will remember, I have practiced this. I have spoken before. I am ready. That is how a learner becomes a speaker. That is how practice becomes confidence. Lesson 7. Social media and real learning. Let me ask you a very honest question. How much time do you spend on your phone every day? Maybe you say, only a little. But when you check the real number, maybe it is 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, or even more. You open your phone for 1 minute, and suddenly, 20 minutes disappear. You watch one short video, then another, then another. You read comments. You like posts. You scroll. You save videos. You tell yourself, I am learning English because I am watching English content. But at the end of the day, when someone asks you to speak, your mouth still becomes quiet. This is the pain many learners feel. They are surrounded by English, but they are not using English. They are consuming, but they are not practicing. Social media is not bad by itself. The word social is the key. Social media means platforms where people share information, ideas, pictures, videos, stories, opinions, and experiences. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and many other platforms are called social media because people do not only watch, they also react. They like, they comment, they share, they reply, they create, they become part of the conversation. This is very different from old traditional media. Traditional media means things like television, radio, and newspapers. In traditional media, you mostly receive information. You sit and watch. You read. You listen. You are mostly a passive recipient. A passive recipient is someone who receives something without actively taking part. But on social media, you can engage with the content. To engage means to take part. You can write a comment. You can ask a question. You can share your opinion. You can send the video to a friend. You can even create your own video and become a voice for others. But why do people keep using social media so much? One big reason is attention. Human beings want to feel seen. When someone likes our post, we feel good. When someone replies to our comment, we feel noticed. When people watch our video, we feel important. This gives us a small boost of self-esteem. Self-esteem means how we feel about ourselves. The problem is that this good feeling often does not last. It comes quickly, and it goes quickly. Then we want more. We post again. We scroll again. We check again. This is called instant gratification. Instant gratification means quick satisfaction. It is pleasure that comes fast, but disappears fast. Eating something sweet can give instant gratification. Watching short videos can give instant gratification. Getting likes can give instant gratification. It feels good for a moment, but it does not always build your life. This is why social media can become addictive. It keeps giving your brain small rewards, and your brain starts asking for more. But we must be fair. Social media also has many good sides. It helps people stay in touch with friends and family. It helps people reconnect with old classmates, old friends, and relatives who live far away. It gives people news quickly. It gives small creators a voice. And one of the biggest blessings of social media is free learning. Today, a learner in a small village can open YouTube and learn English from teachers around the world. A person who has no expensive school can still listen, repeat, read, and practice. This is powerful. YouTube is truly a learning revolution. Think about it. In the past, if you wanted to learn something, you needed books, teachers, schools, or money. Today, you can learn pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, speaking, listening, storytelling, business, technology, history, and almost anything free of charge. Free of charge means without payment. But here is the important truth. YouTube becomes a classroom only when you use it like a classroom. If you only watch and scroll, you may feel entertained, but you may not improve deeply. If you pause, repeat, write, speak, and review, then YouTube becomes your teacher. So when you watch an English video, do not only watch it silently. Choose one sentence and repeat it 5 times. Write one useful phrase in your notebook. Comment one sentence in English. Pause the video and answer the teacher's question. Speak out loud. Record your voice for 30 seconds. This is how you turn social media into real learning. The difference is action. A passive learner watches. An active learner practices. Now we must also talk about children and social media. Social media can be risky for children because they may come into contact with strangers. They may see unfiltered content. Unfiltered content means content that is not carefully checked or controlled. Children may hear bad language, see harmful behavior, or believe false information. Young people often do not have strong judgment yet. Judgment means the ability to make good decisions. That is why parents, teachers, and families must guide children carefully. A phone can teach, but it can also confuse. Social media can also create problems for society. One problem is time wasting. People can spend hours scrolling without learning anything useful. Another problem is fake news. False information can go viral very quickly. Go viral means to spread fast to many people. Sometimes people share things without checking if they are true. Another problem is lack of accountability. Accountability means responsibility for your actions. Online, some people say rude, offensive, or hurtful things because they feel hidden behind a screen. This can bring out the worst in people. To bring out the worst means to make someone show their worst behavior. But still, social media is not only a problem, it depends on how you use it. A knife can cut fruit, or it can hurt someone. A phone can waste your time, or it can build your future. Social media can be a trap, or it can be a tool. If you follow useless content all day, your mind becomes full of noise. If you follow teachers, books, stories, language lessons, motivational ideas, and useful channels, your mind becomes stronger. The choice is yours. So from today, use social media wisely. Before opening your phone, ask yourself, am I using this to grow, or am I using this to escape? Watch one English video with full attention. Repeat 5 sentences. Save 10 useful words. Comment in English. Share the video with a friend who also wants to learn. Turn your scrolling into studying. Turn your watching into speaking. Turn your phone into your English classroom. Now repeat after me. I want to use social media wisely. Good. Now say, YouTube can become my English classroom. Excellent. Now say I will not only watch, I will practice. Very good. Now say, I can turn my phone into a learning tool. Beautiful. Now say, small daily practice can change my English. Say it with confidence, because this is true. Remember, your phone is powerful, but your habit is more powerful. Social media is everywhere, but your attention is your responsibility. If you give your attention to useless things, your future becomes weaker. If you give your attention to learning, your future becomes stronger. So choose wisely. Use your phone with purpose. Use YouTube with discipline. Use every English video as a chance to listen, repeat, speak, and grow. If this lesson helped you, subscribe to the channel for more powerful English speaking lessons. Like this video if you learned something useful. Share it with a friend who wants to improve English. And write a comment below in English. I will use my phone as my English classroom. Your comment is your first small speaking step today. Thanks for watching.